All right. Hello. If you're joining in already, give us a second. We're still setting up. We're trying two devices today. So hello to Facebook. Hello to YouTube. I've got my special guest. Say hi.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I'm a child.
B. She's going to help me paint rocks today. I'm going to get you guys pulled up so I can read comments. We've got the cameras awfully high today so that we can get both sides of the table on here. So we definitely want comments up on our screen so that we can keep up, hopefully, on both of these pages.
Hopefully.
And then we will keep going. Let's see here. This one's live. I think it's going to work. We're side by side on the iPad here. So hold on. I see a couple of you are already in here live. We're getting things finalized, set up here.
We're getting things set up.
All right. So, which side do you want to sit on?
I can sit on the side.
Sit on that side?
Sure.
All right, so if you are joining in on Facebook and you were one of the people that said something about, oh, maybe it's frozen. I can see on that. Which one's that? Why am I not seeing anything over on YouTube moving?
Me?
You're still going. It's still going. I just can't see. Is it frozen? If you're watching on YouTube.
Oh. Is it paused?
It can't be paused.
Yeah, it is paused.
Okay, you're hitting your phone though, so don't quit reaching. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on. They both paused. I was trying to get it so I can watch both of them up here. Oh, that one is moving. It's just behind. I think it's got a little bit of a lag. That's okay. Yeah. Facebook froze for me, for sure. But if you're watching on Facebook, I had a lot of people tell me when I was doing my YouTube video that they preferred doing them on YouTube because they could cast it to their television. This is going to be in your way, isn't it? Are you going to be able to do like this? Are you in there? All right, so we're going to go ahead and just jump right into our first tutorial today and get these ones rolling. V and I are kind of going to bounce back and forth between the two of us, getting a lot of stuff done here today. As you guys know, we go for 101 rocks. Let's see if I can do something over here. Oh, there we go. We go for 101 rocks to pass out for our trick-or-treaters. We are up to 48, but we're going to get a bunch done today. So if you're joining in live, hello, hello, hello. Go ahead and say hello in the chat if you're joining live. I'm trying to see if my chat is working. It's like Facebook is streaming. I can see that moving now. It looks like YouTube's stuck, but I don't know if it's just lagging on my iPad.
Or what if it's just that we aren't able to press play on both of them at the same time?
Maybe both of them can't go at the same time.
Yeah.
What other device do we have that we can watch this on?
We can steal someone else's phone. We can use Dad's phone. Or is he not
You
here?
know what? I might be able to log in to YouTube on his thing over there. Let's get this first one rolling. If you're leaving comments right now, we can only see them on like one thing at a time. We're going to start doing some cute pumpkins, and we've got two styles. We're going to do a whole set that are just different colors of oranges, and then we're going to do a set of the pastel ones. If you've been following, we've done a lot of pastel ones.
Many pastels.
Okay, so pick a color, whichever one you want to start with. Are you going to do the pastel or the oranges? You're going to do all of them. I'm just going to draw one with you.
I'll do the pastel orange.
No,
pumpkin.
well, that's over here. We start with those. How about that? You just do one. Pick one color over there.
Oh, we're doing random color pumpkins?
Well, we're going to do all the pastels, and then we're going to do a bunch of oranges.
Oh.
So we're going to do 10 total pumpkins.
Oh. So these are probably going to be like, so they're kind of like either painted pumpkins or the plastic pumpkins.
Sure.
That means that they won't rot.
That's true. They will not rot. Here, I'm going to give you a Post-it. Oop, that's 2 to do some doodling.
I don't know why I'm sitting in Spider-Man pose right now.
I don't know. Just don't hit the camera when you move.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think we can only hit play on one at a time.
Yeah, because when we press play on one of them, the other one pauses.
Slovenia. Hello.
Hello.
All right, so we're just going to doodle. We got our little pads here to doodle. I'm going to draw one real quick to get rolling. She's going to start doing all these pastel ones, and then I'm going to reach over. Remember, make sure you kind of bring it off and kind of wipe off just a little bit. We just wipe these down.
Just wipe these down with a white washcloth, with a wet, like just paper towel, and because of that, we're wiping it off. Just make sure that no plastic bits on it.
So we're gonna start with the sideways oval. Now we're filling these in 100%, so always just make sure the outside edge of your oval is kind of what you want it to be, like the top and the bottom. Like if you make it too small like this, you can make it bigger very easily. We are going to be making happy pumpkins, these cute pumpkins.
Yeah.
We're gonna do cats. You want your first, okay, normally you want your first one in the middle, but we're gonna do 3 next to each other, so that can be your left one. So your next one, do it to the right. So we're gonna do 3 next to each other, basically.
So kind of like the Olympic circles.
Not at all, but that's okay.
Yeah, but there's
Those are circles.
Olympic ovals.
We're making Olympic ovals, yes. So 1, 2, 3. Once you get your 3 ovals on there, you can kind of make it more of a cute little 3 arch bottom, because that's the line that's gonna match. And kind of like a little 3 arch top here.
We're gonna be filling these in, so
Yep.
so you can always make the lines bigger if you want.
Yep. So once you've got that on like that, perfectly, we're just gonna fill in the entire thing. Now we're working right on the rock, so every once in a while when you're working right on your rock, you want to doodle.
Now we're getting them.
Yes, I see the comments over here on Facebook, but not over on YouTube. So if you're commenting on YouTube, I can't see them yet. I'm gonna find a solution here. But if you are watching on Facebook, I am doing this live on YouTube as well. Or if you're on YouTube, I am doing this live on Facebook as well. I guess on YouTube you can cast it to your television, and we had a lot of people yesterday liking that because they can paint along. So we're just gonna fill in. Now when you're filling in a design, if you're not sure if you're gonna do a second coat, make sure that your lines are going in the direction like this. I'm gonna do my last bit of lines going in the direction of the pumpkin. So if I don't,
doing the second coat.
yeah, so if the second coat, if you want one, you can. So V's gonna continue on her pastel pumpkins over here.
Put this one back here.
That's fine, you can rotate them. So change colors, and I'm gonna see if I can get our YouTube opened up on a second device so that I can be watching for those comments, because we've got comments going over here on our Facebook just fine. So you keep working on these pumpkins. And I'll see if I can get this up over here.
Let's start with a teal one next.
It's kind of like my sticky note.
I love the teal.
Yes, it's very
Pretty teal.
All right, let's see. So this is definitely
It's
gonna-
basically the same color as my sticky note. It literally is. Oh, yeah, we found it down.
This is the one we're trying to do, right?
Yes.
Okay, so, if you remember, do you remember some of the other ones that we were gonna do over there?
Yeah, we're
What else are we
doing
painting today?
the cat pass. The black cats. We're doing grumpy monsters, and we're gonna do three candy coins.
Sorry, you can hear yourself, sorry. I don't know what his volume is on here.
That's me.
Okay, muted. All right, hopefully he's got a decent amount of battery.
Hopefully.
This is really big though, I gotta find a place to put this. But I can see the comments now here on YouTube as well. So hello, thank you for letting me know that the YouTube is working over here. For those of you saying hi, hi Linda, hi Karen, hi Brenda. Any of you guys painting with us today? Painting alongside. These will be a long live. We're gonna stay on and we're gonna paint a lot of rocks.
Yep, for a while.
Okay, so I can see
It's
that.
like a construction worker site.
Every
You
once
can
in a while,
see
I know our
that.
cameras are a little bit high, but it's so that we're able to see everything going on. So
Yeah.
we'll lift
So
up.
you're able to see my side and my mom's side.
So we'll lift up.
Yeah, you got it.
That got rid of. Now it wasn't live. Oh my gosh! You keep working on those pumpkins, girl.
How many rocks?
Okay.
Alright, there's for every color. Now I'm just wiping them off.
Off yet again. If just make sure that there isn't any like paper towel bits on them. Do purple next.
Don't forget, you should probably take.
Test your paint pens while doing it in case like they're dried out or anything.
Yep. Always make sure they're flowing good before you go.
Or
on
if they
your rock.
are actually like a really like random color that's nothing like the color of the paint pen, because that happens to me with colored pencils. Though I don't think it happens with paint pen, but whatever.
All right, so I'm gonna go on to our next pumpkin here. We've got these guys. Actually, that's right, while you were doing pumpkins. So for those of you guys painting along, you're gonna have to pick and choose a little bit, because while she's working her way through basing all these pumpkins, I'm going to actually start something a little different off to the side here. 10 pumpkins will take a long time. If you're painting along, maybe you're not doing 10. I mean, I don't think you need to do 10.
Yeah.
I can't see comments on the Facebook one now.
Because you're
Full screen.
Is
Is
that
there a
why?
way to get out of full screen on Facebook?
It says there's comments. Sorry, I'm reaching across. I was trying not to be doing that. I wonder if those will pop up live. If you're watching live over on Facebook,
hi.
say hi. Or give a thumbs up or something. I want to see if these scroll. I opened the text box, but I don't know if they actually pop up live or if they go away. We aren't chatting much. That's okay. You don't need to chat much. But it's not, I'm just trying to keep up so I can see them.
Yeah, so we can like say hi and stuff. Because I bet all you guys slay.
All right, I'm gonna check one more thing here. That's why we decided to start with pumpkins. It's kind of nice though, because I can do technical stuff
Yeah,
while
I'm doing.
she continues
This.
painting. So you guys can keep painting.
That's a good thing about
Having multiple people in a live stream.
Yep, if it's
I
bumpy,
know, I
just
must
take
be.
your time.
I said big.
Oh, you can. Oh, the rock is big.
No, the pumpkin is not big actually compared to the rock.
Well, you can make it bigger. That's the thing about being able to fill it in. You can make it bigger.
That's a great thing about filling it in.
All right, I think. Well, this looks like.
Because you can.
It
This
says
looks
live
real.
chat.
It looks 3D, but I'm not making it 3D. So.
There we go. Hi.
Can you see the chat
highs?
now?
I think so. The screen's a lot smaller, but
That's okay.
I think.
We aren't actually watching it. We're just making sure that's working and stuff.
Right. All right. There was chat there for a second. And then all right. Well, you guys know I always come back through and read the comments when we're done. So if you have questions and I'm missing them, I apologize. My trainer has been, or my helper has been trained well. She's been rock painting with me
For a
since
long time.
she was like 4 years old,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put these up here. Okay, so off to the side here, I'm gonna move my orange pumpkin rocks up here. She's gonna do those next.
Yeah.
Off to the side here, I've got 3 stones. Now one of these is one that we've done before. The other
The other two.
two
The
are
other
new.
two are new.
I'm gonna be doing our candy corn trick-or-treaters
Yes.
for the year. I know a lot of people asked if I was gonna do any new ones. I like to try to do some new ones every year.
How am I gonna hold this?
So we are going to do a Bride of Frankenstein, and so I have to do another Frankenstein to go with her, and then we're also going to do a little spider costume guy. So for that, I need to get a few colors together here, and then I will start doing those. So if you want to find a rock that you think will be a great candy corn trick-or-treater rock.
You don't have to find the correct shape because we're gonna be drawing it on like circles and stuff.
Sure.
So you don't have to find like a candy corn shaped rock because that would probably be slightly difficult.
Black up here already. I do need my extra fine tip, pointy, nice black for lining. Like this one? Nope. I think I have like 5 open black extra fine tip paint pens. I'm gonna put this one right in the middle. This is their nice lining one, okay? So green,
That we
black.
won't use
For black cats.
We will not, we can use it for the outline for the black cats, but we will fill in the black cats. I might actually pull out acrylic paint to fill those in. All right, so we have black, white, green.
I don't know why I'm back in the Spider-Man
Like
pose.
a peachy.
I'm literally sitting like Spider-Man right now.
Probably gonna hurt your ankles.
Yeah, I know. It's hurting my feet.
And then we decided to go. I'm gonna keep.
Now I'm
Just doing a second coat on all the pumpkins that you can still see the walkthrough.
Yep. So when you're doing a second coat, make sure you pulse your pen, doodle it, make sure it's flowing really well. And you do not want to press hard. You're laying the paint on top of the one below.
And if you press really hard, it will probably scratch the underneath.
It can, and you want to make sure your first layer is light. Actually, I'd give this more time.
Okay.
Do your
I'm gonna start doing the oranges.
the oranges and then go back.
I'm gonna
'cause,
put these aside then.
yeah, the more dry they are, the better it's gonna be. All right, so she's gonna sit to the side kind of and take care of these.
Yeah.
While I talk you through these ones, so you don't get overwhelmed. Linda said she really likes how we do our pumpkins. The
Thank
three
you.
oval method's excellent. Thanks for sharing it. Yes, I mean, once you've got the three ovals on, it really just comes together a lot
These
easier.
are the 3 oranges that we're gonna be using.
All right, so I'm gonna move on to the candy corn. So we're gonna do our little couple here and then the spider off to the side. So I don't have a pencil over here. I do, okay. So I always like to sketch. Let's see if I can put my arm around this. I like to sketch on my triangle shape first. Not even super rounded, you can have rounded edges, but just so you can see about the size that your triangle is gonna be on here. Oh, I just see a comment. Oh, but they don't stay on the screen. Ooh, that's different. That's okay. But I saw it come up. It said something. Last time I couldn't get the comments at all, so I'm happy to at least see that.
We'll just have to look up to it once in a while.
That's what I kind of do. Side eye. Kind of glancing. But it's nice. I think this is kind of cool that we're on both at the same time. I always kind of feel bad when I'm on one and not the other.
Yeah, because some people don't have Facebook
Well,
and stuff.
I didn't know that you guys could actually cast YouTube to the television. I think that's really awesome.
We've done that before, though.
Like, yeah, but not during a live stream.
True.
I mentioned that yesterday. I cast like yoga. All right, so for
We don't really have to cast yoga. There's
Frankenstein.
some that we have YouTube on.
Frankenstein, we're gonna do the center section green. So the middle section is always the largest section on a candy corn. The bottom's usually pretty small. So we're gonna get our green on for Frankie. And the Bride of Frankenstein wears a white dress, so we're gonna give her kind of an orangey, I'm gonna borrow this one, body, because if you're not sure on the color on your body, it's like, orange is the center color for candy corn anyways, and she's kind of pale, so I thought a pale orange kind of makes sense, right?
It does.
Okay. It's funny, I usually say all these thoughts out loud, and I just hope, like, oh, maybe this makes sense to them. So when I have somebody next to me telling me it makes sense, that's
That's what I do.
a lot of times I'm just talking to myself, seems like. But you guys are out there, you comment, you reply. Janet, you switched over to YouTube? Yeah, I think it's probably a little bit better to watch on YouTube if you're actually trying to paint along.
Probably is.
Yeah, I can say I am further down, but you can kind of see here. Every once in a while we'll lift up when we're doing more detailed stuff. And then our spider body, what did I end up? He was going to be regular orange in the center. Are you using regular orange right now?
I'm using
That's the one that I want to use. So I'm going to give you, take your time. Do not rush that. I've got plenty of other parts that I can do. So for Frankie, hello, the Netherlands. Hello, we've got somebody in from the Netherlands
Wow,
here.
that's cool. Isn't the Netherlands a cold place?
Is it cold there right now?
Yeah.
You can ask. We've got
Is it
somebody
cold
here.
there?
There's somebody here that's from there. So for Frankie, his head is going to be black, the tip, because his hair is black, and then we're going to kind of give him a hairline where it's kind of zigzaggy, like that. And then my green was just a little wet still. I should have waited a little longer, but that's okay. We can touch that up. And we're going to just go ahead and fill that in. Originally from Chicago. Well, that we're familiar with. We went to Chicago. They're originally from Chicago, she said.
Oh, nice. Chicago's cool.
We went to Chicago this year.
Yes, we did.
It was very fun.
What did we decide? It's Frankie's bottom. His bottom is black, so he's got on like black shorts or
Yes.
trousers. Okay.
Trousers.
I
Totally.
don't know why I said
I don't
trousers.
even know what trousers.
Pants.
Oh.
The shorts though. Because you're gonna make legs.
Yeah. He's gonna make legs. So I don't know. Anyways, trousers. New word of the day for my daughter. All right, so that's our primary color spots for our Frankie. We were gonna do white because Bride of Frankenstein's wearing a white dress. I probably should have swapped these rocks. I was gonna do them opposite, and I didn't.
What?
I was gonna put her on the lighter rock
yeah.
because I was
It's
gonna use
fine.
white. So we're gonna do.
That makes them stand out more.
Because he's darker and it's lighter, so he stands out more. Opposite for her.
Excellent point. This is why I bring you along. I'm not seeing comments. Scotland here. Oh, you're not seeing the comments on YouTube? YouTube, I can actually see them really good. Oh, so listen, guys, we're on YouTube and Facebook. So if I reply to a comment that you don't see, that
That's
just
why.
means it might be on the other one.
Yes.
So we're streaming 2 places today. We're being extra
Yep.
awesome.
Yes.
All right, so the Bride of Frankenstein has that very iconic ziggy zag in her hair, so we're gonna add that on here. And we'll come back with our black after this white is nice and crisp and dry, so we're gonna give
You
her.
can use the one for a spider now.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Now for our spider, since mostly the spider would be black, we're gonna actually do the center section of him orange, like he's gonna have on a black bottom and a black hat type situation.
Yes. Because we don't want it to be all black, because then you won't see its face.
Yeah, it would be kind of boring. So.
It's a very beautiful face.
Aw.
And fun.
So let's go ahead and just do the center section with the orange here. And you're wrapping up. Is that your last pumpkin?
Maybe. Yes.
All right, orange in the center, and then we're gonna do black on top and bottom on this guy.
This is a very light orange. It kind of looks yellow.
Yeah, it's pastel-y.
Yes. We got a pastel.
Set, and it's just amazing.
And yeah.
Well, I had the pastel set before it, but I loved the colors so much that most of them were running out.
We bought them so I could like
So I could paint
paint on my headphones.
for school. Then
We like never ended up doing that.
I know you designed them.
I designed them and everything. I looked really.
And orange is a little bit wet, so when you're, see that's wet, you just be careful. Try not to let them kind of bleed together.
Or you could let them dry a little longer.
I could be patient, but. Alright. If at any time you need to get water or anything, feel free. There's 2 of us, so one can pop away if necessary.
Yep, like
Oh yeah.
I already stole some coffee over here.
You did?
It
When?
did. It's over on this table behind me.
Yep.
All right, so.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna
Thing is,
start
I
doing
can't see how
second
many
coats.
people are in here on YouTube. That's okay, doesn't matter. You're
Now
gonna
I'm
do
just-
some second coats?
Now I'm going to start by doing do some second coats on the ones that are kind of see-through.
Yes, I'm gonna do a second coat here on my Bride of
That
Frankenstein.
orange looks kind of skin-toned.
That's why I kind of used it. It's a little skin tony, but a little more orange than most people's
Skin-toned.
skin. So I thought it kind of pulled the candy corn.
When you're doing the second coat, try to like
Do it in the same position
as
the pumpkin would be moving. So like do it in curls right there and like straightish.
well, right here, sorry. So that way there isn't like
Like tiny lines like I did on my first coat everywhere.
Yeah, but you can kind of use your pen at a little bit of an angle too, so you don't have such a harsh tip. That's something that I like to do, so I'm kind of holding,
And it also fills it in faster.
go like this. But like, see, I'm kind of holding it more on its side, like this, as I'm doing my second coat, so you're kind of laying the paint on top, okay? You don't want to disturb the paint underneath.
Yeah.
That yellow is a little bit tricky though, I will admit. I didn't even do a second coat on my ghosts and things yesterday because I just figured it was fine. 101 rocks. They don't all have to be exactly perfect. All right, I'm gonna also do a second coat on her white at the bottom. So again, I'll bring it up here so you can see, even with the extra fine, I'm gonna kind of lay it almost on its side. And I'm not using very much pressure, okay? Very, very light.
To not scratch this.
Yep, so that you're not disturbing the paint underneath. You know, if you watch me all the time, I tell you, the paint wants to be on the rock. Let it just kind of get on there. You shouldn't have to press
I love
hard.
that one stripe of right here that's there right now.
That
Yeah.
looks
It
like a
just-
lightning bolt going
It
into it,
does.
doesn't it?
It looks like it's stabbing a piece of cake.
Or cheesecake.
Where's that orange? Oh, I have it over here.
Wait, is this one?
From this color or this color?
I think it's this one.
That's the purple that you have. This is the pink.
We did the pink last one, the pastels on. We did this one first.
So here, I'm actually gonna hold this one up over here for just a second. So I'm gonna show you on Facebook or YouTube now. Sorry, I was on Facebook before holding it into the frame. So I'm kind of just putting my pen on its side like that to lay it on top. Very, very light pressure. Because I just did this coat underneath.
And we don't want to scrape it.
Yeah, ideally, the longer you let them set in between coats, actually, the better it is for adding your second coat, or the safer, I should say it is.
Yeah.
All
This
right.
happened to me with acrylic paint. I've accidentally scratched it underneath.
And go ahead and doodle off the tip off, and you can give it a pulse so it's really nice and fluid. Always pulse it on paper, don't pulse it on your rock, because it can blob.
Yes.
Um,
And then like spill everywhere and ruin it. But you could also just make the pumpkin a ginormous pumpkin.
that's funny, because somebody said to come over and do it on the YouTube side, and I did it already. I didn't see your comment, but thank you, yes. Those kind of comments are the ones I like to see, but make sure if you need to see something better, let us know. We are here.
We're trying something
For a
new
while.
right now. We're
This
trying
two
something
screens is definitely a little bit different for us.
Yes.
It's the first time for everything.
I keep on sitting in the Spider-Man position.
new. And I don't know why.
Probably to keep your stuff. Do you feel like you're too low? You want to switch me seats? This one's higher. I think that actually would work out better for me too, because I feel like I'm about to hit the camera.
Are my feet off from doing that?
And we're gonna be here for a while, so I want you to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually better for me.
This is better for me.
Hey, how about that?
Perfect. We should start off like this.
I get very impatient with my dry time. I just love to just get the rocks painted. So it's sometimes I gotta.
Yeah, but when you do that,
I
then
know.
you'll be able to watch the amazing YouTube video.
Yes, this does give me, a moment to kind of look up and glance up in between. I am gonna use my nice super
Fine tip.
fine tip one to come in here to do my Bride of Frankenstein here, so I can get around my bolt here. Like that. And she kind of always had almost like a Margie Simpson-y look to me. Like very
All
big
we're
hair.
doing is that. I thought you meant like.
So I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of a non-straight
She's
edge.
not yellow though.
No, she's not yellow. She doesn't actually look like Marge Simpson. I just mean like her hair up on top. Like a little fluff.
I get it. Except it's not blue.
Like that. I
Her
mean,
hair's blue, right?
Marge
Yeah.
Simpson?
I've never watched that show. I don't really know.
All right, so we've got the hair. I'm going to go ahead, since I have this one out, and continue my outline here. Down the face. Across the bottom here. Separate those two. Okay, so she's going to have kind of like a little dress. So we're just going to kind of add a couple buttons to her dress. And then what did we do for her face? We did give her a scar down the side, so let's get her eyes on here first.
Because when we were looking at pictures, she had like
You noticed that she had like a scar like
Watch
right
it.
underneath her chin,
Yeah,
like a lining.
beside her face.
I don't know that I've ever watched The Bride of Frankenstein, you guys. One of my favorites growing up was Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
But that one doesn't have.
Her in there,
She's
I
not
guess,
in
huh?
that, no. So we'll go like that. Alright. And we'll Bride of Frankenstein. Couple arms here. She needs the white highlight, obviously, in her eyes.
I see what I'm doing.
And then look up at the video and see me doing it.
Again.
I know there's a little bit of a lag.
Yeah, and it's just slightly tricky.
It's just like kind of tricky.
So for legs, I'm gonna pull right about here. Let me see if this is a good spot for both screens to be close. Our cameras are actually facing each other, so that was smart. We'll have to
We didn't
remember
even do
next
that on
time.
purpose.
No. So for the legs, I always do a straight down, and then it's almost like a teardrop shape, just off to the side like that. Nothing super major complicated, okay? Just a little teardrop. And we'll come back and we'll add a little white highlight for her eye here in a little bit. But she had stitches like all over her face, like along her chin line and stuff, and I didn't know that. All right, so for Frankie here, we'll attach his top to bottom. That's easy enough because it's all black. Except I totally missed. Look at that.
That's why you take your time.
And you can always just make him chunky.
And that's what I did. I'm just gonna make him chunkier.
Yes, he's just gonna be a chunky boy. He ate extra cupcakes.
Frankie had too much Halloween candy.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Oh,
So we have Frankie. And give him his eyes
any others I need other than
and a smile.
Try to pass along.
Yeah. Can you reach it? There you go.
Thank you.
He's got his little bolts coming out the side of his face. And we got arms. His arms are a little low. That's okay. Feet. Now Frankie's been around. This guy's not new, but I figured we had to make a Frankie to go with the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, because then she'd be lonely.
Okay, and Frankie needs
And
a
no one
little
wants to be
scar
lonely.
too. Everybody deserves someone.
Yeah, being lonely probably sucks.
All right, so now on to our spider. So we were doing his outline. I'm going to crisp up the bottom of his body here because that kind of bled together. All right, now for our spider, I was going to do a bunch of eyes. So obviously he's got 2 eyes that are just part of his actual face. I didn't know spiders have 8 legs. They have, I don't know if they always have a bunch of eyes.
Who cares?
I know, I'm going to give him a bunch. So we
Yeah.
got arms and legs count for 4. I know they always have 8 legs, so we're sitting at 4. So we need 4 more legs and arms. So we're going to have them kind of coming from behind. 1, 2,
3,
3, 4. Like that. So we now have 8 legs technically on him. And then we're going to do a bunch of eyeballs.
Yes.
We're going to put eyes up on his head for his outfit. Ooh, this white's really flowing. Just don't hit the thing when you go down. Come on. All right, so we're going to see how many. We could fit 4 up there. I think that will be enough to convey. Now we're going to do just a...
That will be 5. That will be 6 eyes.
So I'm going to single highlight dot. These are very small eyes, so I'm just going to do 1 single on the eyes there. Oops, I'm sorry, honey.
It's okay.
And then Frankie here. Oh, sorry, I was a little high there, but you get the point.
That just gets him a better view.
No, I meant like I was off the screen.
Oh.
We'll come back and add little eyeball pupils to those eyes once that white is a little bit more dry. Something about her, I feel like I gotta fix something with this. She doesn't look quite feminine enough for me, so I'm actually gonna make the top of her bottom part have like a little bit of an arch, so it gives it more of a voluptuous look. I think that will convey her being a little more feminine.
Yeah, that
So.
makes it look more feminine.
Doesn't it? I think so
It
too.
does.
Because it also makes it look more like a dress and lab coat.
Right. And she kind of had like a white dress on most of the movie.
Yeah, she had like a wedding dress looking thing.
The white pen, oh, see, what is this on here? This is like some, turn this off. Smaller size. I don't know what this is. It's like a battery.
Dad probably has it on.
All right. Play around with outline colors. It changes the look. You definitely can do that. We did that with the pumpkins last year. We did a mix match of dark color with light color. This year we're going to actually line them with black just to mix it up a little bit. The white paint pen is the Artistro Extra Fine Tip. I like the Artistro Extra Fine Tip pack. They actually are very nice. You get two black paint pens with them. I just don't have any more white Posca pens. My hair just fell down.
Posca.
What do you call it?
Posca.
Is it Fosca? I
Yeah.
don't know.
See? Posca.
Oh. I could be wrong.
Don't
It happens
get mad at
sometimes. Sometimes mom's wrong. I'm waiting for these eyeballs. We're going to go in and reline the top of her. You're coming right along on your pumpkins, though. How many
Yes.
more are you going to put a second coat on?
2.
Okay.
maybe if I might.
I think they'll be fine. Once the lining's on it
Yeah.
and the eyes and everything, it's not going to be that big of a deal.
Texture looking nice.
I'll tell you what. Do you mind if I start adding stems?
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so we need...
If you're just tuning in, I'm doing a second.
Second layer on the pumpkins that we're making. And
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what else to say.
Oh, that's perfect. All right, so I'm going to show you my stem here. Am I going to hit you?
No.
You could put this hand around the outside. Watch.
That's
Yeah, it works like that. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to show you how I like to do my stems for my pumpkins. So you've got this little archway here. So in between the two ribs of the pumpkin, you just kind of line that top one there like that. And then you're going to give yourself a top to aim at based on the shape of your rock. And then you're going to curve in and then back out. And then you're going to in and back out like that. So that's your stem. And I love a curly little viney piece to my pumpkin. Make sure I'm nice and close for both of you guys here. So off the tip, I always go up. I curl down so it lands on the pumpkin. And then out. Okay, because the weight of that curl would land on something. And then off the other side, if you want to add another one, you can. You can have it go kind of down and curl back that way a little bit if you want.
But also, you can make the curls however you want as well.
Absolutely.
It's all to your
personality if you want.
like 5 billion. You can do that if you want none.
You want me to draw them on and then you can color them in?
Sure.
I mean, you want to draw some of them on too?
I'll draw some.
Okay.
Because I want to do the curly girls.
You want to do some curl? Oh, you're going to do some curl on that one. I'm just going to do a few until my eyeballs are good. So again,
You're going to be touching your eyeballs. What do you mean?
I get to put pupils in the spider's eyes.
Oh.
So
Oh, those eyeballs. I thought you meant like the actual eyeballs.
like that. Okay. And we're going to curl. You're hitting that thing, honey. I don't know. With your head, maybe? All right. I should take a picture of our setup here. You guys would be very impressed. Are you seeing the candy corn ones? Yeah, they turned out really cute. I like the Artistro Extra Fine Tips. The fine tip ones to me didn't stand the test of time very well. Like if you're not using them, I was having problems with some of them drying out on me. So, but the extra fine tips, you get so many colors. I very love their extra fine tip pack. Like that. And then when you're filling in your stems and your vines, I always like to make the vine a little thicker the closer it is to the stem. And then you can kind of let it get thin at the end. I just think it turns out better. So let me go ahead and fill this stem in all the way so you can kind of see it all the way filled in. Up here. Okay. Just like that. And then if you want, you know, you can do a second one over here. You can make it, like she said, you can do whatever you want. You can curl it that way.
Mm-hmm.
It might depend on the shape of your rock too, to what you want to do.
Yeah.
See that? Like this. Okay.
I think your eyes are probably dry by now.
Yeah, you can take over these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, figure out how you fit. If you need to rearrange a little bit, here's your cap for that. I'll let you have that. They still look a little bit wet, so while those dry, I am gonna start. Oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and outline here. So that way those two are finished at least. We'll have our first two finished rocks. So I'm just gonna come back and add a top line to this. You cannot stand on that. That is not a stable surface to stand on.
Yeah.
Maybe all wobbly. Is that okay with you? Are you okay? Okay. So I'm just gonna do along the top. There you go. Now she looks like a lady. Yeah? I think that makes a big difference. Makes a big difference. All right. Maybe we'll give her little pink cheeks.
That'd be ladylike.
I don't know if we have space for that though because of the scar. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just, sometimes less is more. All right, so we got Frankie and his bride over here. And let me see here. I think he's ready enough. So I'm just gonna come in and add a pupil in each one of these whites. So I'm gonna go about here. We'll see how that looks. Got a little bit of a delay. Hold it here for a moment, and it looks good on both screens. So I'm just gonna dot in each one of these. Like that. Oh, he's cute.
I like him.
You like him?
Yes.
I think he's cute
I don't
too.
know why, but he looks like a Billy Bob to me.
His name's Billy Bob. Billy Bob the Spider Boy. All right. I'm just gonna come here. I do like to have like a little bit more of a curved edge on the bottom because that's kind of how candy corns look. Also, I can still see a little bit of my pencil. Other than that, there we go. Our two new trick-or-treaters. I know these were definitely a request. These pumpkins are cute. Yes. Less is more. Rocks can definitely get busy. Well, and my big thing is you can always add more. You can't take it back off again. So if you go crazy on a rock, all of a sudden it's too much. You can't take it back away again.
Yeah.
So I can see the comments over here.
Unless
Still
you wanna
can't see the
restart
comments on
it,
Facebook.
Unless you want to restart the whole entire rock.
Which I don't think you want to do.
Let me see if I can scroll through these. Comments sent with 200 stars. I don't know what that means. There are people, it says people watching. I don't know. Maybe I'm not missing any comments because people aren't commenting. If you're on Facebook, give me a thumbs up in the comments. I want to make sure I can still see them. I can see hearts. So that means that's live. I saw some hearts bubble up on the side. I still see things
Yep, we
saying
see thumbs ups and hearts.
thumbs ups and hearts. Okay, so that's not technically a comment.
It's fine.
I see things popping up of people popping in. It says watching and things like that. So if you're watching live, you can share where you're watching from. If you're painting along with us, which ones are you painting right now? Are you doing
The
candy
pumpkins with me
cornrows,
or the candy corns?
pumpkins? So while she's working, very good stem there, by the way.
Which one?
Your teal one, isn't that yours? You did this one too? You're rolling
That
right
was my
through.
first one. That one's just second.
All right, so while you're doing stems, do you mind if I pop forward to the next one?
I'll do that.
Okay, so another rock we're doing today are going to be, here I'll start with a bigger one, our black cat rocks. We did these last year. They were really fun. Oh, I do have a little post-it over here I was gonna grab. Show the difference of body styles and things you can do for
Yes.
these.
Like you can make them chunky, you can make them short, you can make them super tall.
You can make anything, basically.
Yep, so here's my little post-it little thing. I shared this on the cat tutorial. So different shapes of bodies, right?
Different eyes.
You can do different eyes. These are the ones I normally
You
do.
could do a chunkier tail or a smaller tail.
hmm
You could do
But we've been doing the eyes very like a bright color last year, and so this year, oh, here comes Tucker. This year we're going to do pastel eyes. If you haven't noticed, we're using a lot of the pastels because I think when they're all said and done, it's going to look
better.
really cool
Yes.
when we take a picture of our 101 rocks. Brenda just finished the candy corns.
Ooh.
Would you add a web on top? Oh,
Ooh.
Of the spiral.
like something behind. Maybe
I
he
feel
could
like-
have like a little web on his shorts or something.
That would be cool.
Or
Like a
maybe,
white-
or he could be holding a web behind him with his legs. We'll think about that
We'll
one.
think about that. That's a good idea.
I do like that idea.
I like that.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the outline of the cat here and just kind of break down how I get the cat on. And from there, it's pretty simple. So always start with your head. It's gonna be, you're not gonna have anything much to the left and right except for a little bit of whisker space. So make sure you leave space for your whiskers. And again, your head shape can go lots of different ways here. So I don't need my extra fine tip for this because this rock is nice and big.
Yeah. So then it's gonna be
Trading out.
filled in.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead, just saving the tip of my extra fine. I always have one that's really nice and sharp. So we're gonna go ahead and get our head on here. His head's tilted just a slight bit, okay? Where do I get my rocks? I do have in the description. These ones are from Etsy. So I did leave a link to the shop on Etsy where I got these rocks from. I did purchase them. Now for the cat, I always start his ears on the outside edge of its head and go straight up. And then to the side to create the ears, like that. All right, and I'm not gonna be filling any of this in right now. We're gonna fill in, I'm gonna grab my acrylic black paint and we'll use a paintbrush and fill these in because it will be so much faster. And you don't wanna fill in this much space black.
That would be on the paint pen, probably.
Oh, watching from California. Oh,
Hi,
oh,
Cal-
hey. Oh, oh my gosh, did I just mess it up? Oh my gosh, what did I just do? Oh, Vanessa. Holy I could see him for a second and then I hit something and I messed it all up. We'll finish the cat and then I'll fix it. We'll see if this comes back. Maybe it's just glitching while it catches up. All right, so for the body, I always like to keep my neck slightly small, even if it's a fat cat, just so that it creates a separation between the body and the head. So we're gonna give this guy kind of like a vase shape.
Okay.
And like vases can be all sorts of shapes and sizes, but kind of like a bottleneck, and then you come down and give it a vase shape, okay? You paying attention because you're gonna do some of these?
Yes.
And then our tail, since we're coloring this all in black, don't worry about like going into the body. So I always like to have like a curl on my tail of some sort and just bring it right into the body. And then once you've got it there, you can decide where you want your thickness to be. Like if I go too much further this way, I'm gonna be going down the side of the rock. So I'm gonna add the thickness to the tail on this side over here, but I don't want it to be too tight inside. So now we're gonna move the thickness up around in this way, like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
So you kind of just got to work with your rock a little bit. Okay. So we've got that. Now, if you can see the ground, you can add paws. It just depends on how skinny your cat is. If your cat's really skinny, sometimes the little paws stick out. On this guy, I don't think really so much.
Yeah, I think we should.
So from here, it's just colored in.
Yes.
This is just colored in black, and he will be ready for its next step. So you're done with all your lining over here.
I'm done with all the pumpkin
Okay, so
parts of
do
the pumpkin.
you want to draw a couple cats?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to try
I
a
like
cat?
drawing cats.
Okay.
Cats are beautiful.
Now these rocks are, some of them are a little rougher, this style of rock. These blue ones are,
The blue?
they're kind of a bluish color
They
too,
are.
aren't they?
Yeah.
These ones are, I wrote down the names of the rocks because I had, if you guys could see my desk. The bluish ones are salt water stones. These are baby shadow stones. And I have sugar stones somewhere, but I don't think I'm using any of those today. So there's that. Okay, so you want me to put this one next to you while you do one, so you can kind of do one of those? I'm going to show you guys how we're going to line our pumpkins.
I don't think that was fine.
Oh, yes. You know what? You work on drawing your first one. I'm going to see if I can get this back up again, because for a second there we had all of our comments. It was glorious. I messed it up. So
Because we're filling it in, I made my head kind of small, so I'm able to make it bigger. Because we're just because we are just filling it.
Whoops.
It was Isaiah.
It's okay. It happens. That's the territory of life. What did I do? This is really slippy. No.
Yeah, I'll put more into the camera.
There we go. I think I got it. Ah, hi Cindy. Oh, I just saw the comments. Why don't they stay? Live chat.
Didn't you tap it once? That's how it came up.
I did. So they don't stay. You just have to tap it every once, like, and it will pop up, but they don't stay. I don't know why. That's silly.
It's very small.
I'll tell you what, you guys, I do like the format over here on YouTube so much better because the comments pop up and they stay so I can look over there. I can't paint right now. I'll try to get my granddaughter to work on these with me. Oh, yes. You know what? She said her granddaughter doesn't think she's very crafty. You just got to get at it, right?
Yeah.
You know? And you see these things broken down? These black cats might be a good one because they're very forgiving. I mean, see, you can adjust your shapes and sizes like she mentioned because you're filling it in black, so it doesn't really matter all that much.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to do the lining. You are a little bit off to the side. They can't really see you only on Facebook. They were seeing you on YouTube, but that's okay. I think you're good there.
Okay.
This is the one you want to watch
Okay.
because that one's the one that's not your phone. Your phone's right above you. All right, so we're going to take one of our pumpkins here, and I'm going to show you how we line our cute pumpkins. So we did so many of these last year. We're going to do 10 of them this year. So I like to put my eyes on first, do super wide set. Hold on, let me make sure I'm in a good spot for both. Super wide set. You can move to where you're comfortable. They can't see you right now anyway, so. All right, that one's going to be a little bit smaller, so just keep that in mind. Super wide set, kind of lower eyes. So we're going to do these big round eyes here. And then a cute little smile. Like that, okay? And now when we're lining our pumpkin, since the lines technically would go through, so I always do my center section first. So we're going to kind of go right underneath the stem here like that. And then we're going to come down like we were imagining here. Sometimes it's easier if you can see the bottom, like where you're heading. Let's go like this. So that was your center kind of oval shape. And we're going to just go down the center oval till we get to about the eyes. And then kind of come up the bottom just a little bit, just to create that center section. And then we're going to do the right side all the way around.
Kind of looks like a smiley face underneath line.
Yeah, and the left side all the way around. Like that. And I'm telling you, wait till you get the highlight. All right, and then we're going to just follow our pearl. And one here on top. All right. Now, we got to let these eyes dry just a little bit. I like them to be nice and big here. And once those dry, I'll come back and double dot them. Do you want to line any of these, or are you going to fill in cats?
I'll fill in cats.
So again, we'll do one more up close here. And we may not finish all of these live. I might do a couple just so you can see them. We'll share pictures back when we're all finished with this.
Yep.
So we got those, so we'll get our eyes on here. Again, I'm using my nice sharp one, so when you're doing something big like this, you can kind of hold your pen slightly to the side. But you can use the lines as guides, because I like the eyes to kind of split the sections. I think that just looks cute. It does look like a big smiley face like that.
It does.
And but once you put that there, I don't think it does.
It doesn't. It's like a chin.
It does look like a chin. It is his chin.
It's really big. I'm gonna make this one taller.
You do however you want to with those. Those are-
Yeah.
There we go. I think I want to thicken up this stem just a little bit on the top, so I'm going to leave that one like that for now. I think he's got a nice big thick stem. I think his curl could be a little thicker on that one. Do you mind if I do that?
Mhm.
Where did the green go?
What's up, Jonathan?
Yep. This guy's nice and big. Okay. These guys probably light enough that we can do our dotting. So make sure if you don't have paint pens, you can do dotting easily with like a toothpick, even just like the tip of a pencil dunked in white acrylic paint. So I'm going to double dot my eyes. So I'm going to dot, dot, dot in the same spot for the first dot, and then I'll do the second one just down below it. So we're going to dot, dot, dot. That's how we get it bigger. And then just one below. Dot, 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 one below. Isn't that the cutest? Ah.
How do I do the paws?
I don't know
Those
when you fill it in, if you think you would have seen them, I don't think you're going to see them really. You can have it kind of coming to the side if you want, but most of the time the paws end up getting kind of colored in on the black cats. I had paws originally because the first cat we did was a gray cat, and so you could see his legs in front, but these, since they're such a dark, almost silhouette style cat, you don't really need them as much.
Yes.
All right, so you got one more cat to go there.
This cat.
I can. Yeah,
Because it's a big cat.
it's going to be a big cat.
Yes, it's gonna be a big cat.
All right, so we were gonna do the monster rocks.
Yes.
Are we doing those on these? Let's do those on
Why are
these.
we doing those on these?
I feel like these could maybe be like Happy Halloween rocks or something. They're pretty big.
Yeah.
So let's do monster rocks on these.
I'll do this one.
Okay, so for this set over here, we're gonna start doing some of our grumpy monster rocks. And we're gonna do those, you can probably use the
You can do
bigger
the cow
paint pens.
You can do cow grab
Grab what?
water.
Oh yeah, go grab some water. But you can use your bigger paint pens for filling in the bodies on these. Okay, so I'm gonna draw one more cat here. Okay. And then we're gonna get these cats filled in actually pretty fast because we need them to dry to do the rest of them. I feel like he's got a big head. He should be a nice big, this is a big rock. Let's get him nice chunky cat. And when you're filling them in, you can kind of play around with the shape of them too. I mean, none of this is set in stone. It's just the outside edge, whatever your outside edge is, that's all that's gonna matter. So there we go, we got that guy going. Then we can make that thicker, whichever way we want it to be thicker. Like that. Okay, that's okay. All right, so let's actually fill these in. Well, the monsters might need 2 coats too. Do you want to do monsters or
I
cats?
said we do monsters, and then while those are drying, we can fill in cats.
Because the cats need to dry so that we can do eyes too. So let's get our lid here. How about, well, you can do one, I'll do the other. You want to fill in cats or
I'll
monsters?
fill in cats because I don't know how to do the monsters.
Well, we can split too if you want. Do half and half. I am going to give you a smaller brush
Yeah,
just
so-
because you have to be able to get in the ears.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to give you a little bigger one too for in the body. So let's do this one.
Test brush.
Huh?
Test brush.
I'm going to give you this one. What test brush we have?
The one are you fixing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, so thanks for pointing that. So if you guys were on here yesterday, hi, Rita. Remember I had that funky brush that was really messed up. So when I got done washing it yesterday, I wrapped the tip in my paper towel and I used this. You can use like a clothespin, and I pinched it, and look how much better it looks, guys. Did you guys see it yesterday? It was like completely smushed. So I think after doing that one more time, it'll work good. But I don't.
This way.
No, you're good. Go right in there. So V's gonna fill in cats. So we actually are on opposite sides
We're on
here.
switch sides.
Which cat do you want? Oh, it's easier to move rocks than people.
True.
Now this is really thick acrylic paint, so
I'll start
little's
off
gonna
with
go
this
really
one,
low.
'cause this one's gonna be the most forgiving because it's big.
Bless you. I'm gonna grab the colors over here. So I'm actually grabbing slightly bigger paint pens to fill in our monsters because these are bigger rocks and I just happen to have them. The monsters, you can have any color combinations you want to do.
Yeah.
You can do the whole entire rock, or you can make a shape on the rock for your monster. What do we want to do today?
Save this one because that one's gonna be mine because it's in good shape.
Okay,
And
what
we-
color do you want that one? Does it matter?
I want that one to be the purple.
Purple? Okay. So, do we want it to go all the way over the edge, or do we want to give
I
him
say
an
we do
outside of
all
the
the
head?
way over the edge because that would probably be easier.
And funner.
Okay, so I don't mind pulsing right on the rock. If I flood out on this, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So I'm just going to scribble, 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 fill this all to the edge. This would be better probably to do if you had acrylic paint, but I've got these bigger ones.
That will look fine.
This is a good cover-up design. Last year, that's why I had so many monsters, is any rocks I had lying around that just were incomplete or never finished, I ended up covering up with a base coat or something and just turning them into monster rocks. I just washed my brushes. For those of you over here on Facebook, we're on Facebook and on YouTube, or if you're on YouTube, we're on YouTube and Facebook today. So if I'm answering something that you didn't hear, I'm trying to read the questions out loud as well. Somebody asked about washing paintbrushes, and yes, I just wash them just regular Dawn hand soap or whatever I have by the sink, a little bit of soap and water, and I usually just take and I kind of right into my hand, kind of suds it up like this, and then just make sure you rinse it really well, and then just take a moment to kind of form your bristles how they're supposed to look when you're done. That's like the color of Sully from Monsters Inc.,
It
isn't it?
does.
You said you want to do the purple one. Do you want me to color it in though? No?
That was gonna be mine.
That's fine. You're doing great. Now you can save the ears and go in with that smaller brush into the
Yeah,
tips of the ears.
This one's a bigger ear, so I think I can just use this.
This brush for it.
Maybe. That paint's pretty thick. If you wanted to take one little dab of water and blend in, like get just a dab on your paintbrush, and then just go right into your paint. Nope, into your paint and wiggle it around. I'll get it to kind of go a little further.
That's good. Because it's like soaking kind of.
This one might need 2 coats, but at the same time, if you
It could just be a
it
weird.
could just be scribbly because that makes it monster fur looking.
Yeah.
So we're actually gonna only do 1 coat of all of these. So I'm doing the edges kind of rough because we're gonna make it like furry. So I'm not being overly particular on making it look nice.
Yeah.
These are fun ones to do with kids.
Yes.
We've got little kids because it's really, there's unlimited designs you can do. I don't know if any of you guys have done the Grumpy Monsters. They've been around a really long time on the site. Okay.
I'm actually gonna use the fine tip on the table.
So you see me pulsing my pen. The point of pulsing a paint pen is to get some air up in there. If your pen's not flowing really well, you probably need to pulse it a few times. I'm pulsing right on my rock because sometimes if you pulse a pen that's got too much pressure built up inside, sometimes it happens when you travel. If you take them on an airplane, I've noticed that does it. Or if they're brand new, sometimes they have extra air in them. And when they're brand new, it's from the shipping process. It's probably on a plane because these come from Japan.
They come from Japan.
Mitsubishi makes them.
Really?
But they can flood out every once in a while. I know people have done that. So if you're working on a really good design, don't pulse your pen. But if you're just doing something that's going to be solid, if it blobs out, you just spread it around. It's no big deal. Okay. Blue. Yellow's the only one that really doesn't cover that great so far.
Yeah. The pink one's not the biggest either, but...
All right, I know somebody was painting the candy corn, guys. Are you still working on candy corn, guys? Or are you guys moving on to something else? This one's yours, yeah? We're doing pumpkins, cats. I know we had
monsters.
Monsters. You're starting some monsters. Oh, this look good.
I've 25.
You were thinking.
Yes.
You're a little too far to the left. Can you do it there? You good there?
Yeah.
You'll be fine. It's just a little laggy. There you go. You're in screen. So if you are watching over on Facebook, I know the reason I decided to go on YouTube live today as well is yesterday when we were live on YouTube, somebody mentioned they could cast it to their television. It made it easier for them to paint along with us. And I think somebody even in the comments when I announced I was going to be live over here said, I wish it was on YouTube. So I thought, you know what, we're going to give it a try. And we did. And so far, I think it's working out okay. We're learning a few things along the way.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the hearts, guys. I just saw a couple hearts over there.
Ooh, and
Over on
it's on
Facebook. All right, so you wanted to fill in that one, so I'm gonna let you finish that, cat, or do you want to just swap real quick and then you can do your purple one?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Make sure you're in screen.
I'll try.
Well, yeah.
Here's the tiny medium brush. It has a tiny bit of paint still. Where is
Some
it?
more black.
Right here.
So I'm doing my purple monster.
And then we'll line them together.
Yes. Okay, open this. I should probably just put this down. That's easier. This is chunky.
Yeah, these are bigger pens. So this pen is the 5M. It's considered a medium tip. So to be honest, the only time I really use the medium tips is if I'm doing a large surface space like this. And
Why don't you just use the big tip?
that is the biggest one I
You
have.
said medium.
Well, I don't have large.
Is it much
I
like
didn't realize that
Megamind
was-
big?
I don't know. I've never ordered any. Can I sneak
Sorry.
this guy? I've got a lot of paint on here, so I'm just gonna blob it down. I'm just mixing up the paint. So I'm just gonna place a good amount of it down. And
You
then
don't
I'll
have
get
to be
the
really
edges.
Careful with this part because you're filling the whole entire surface. So
That's why we're pulsing.
on top of it.
Yes. Got a lot of paint on my brush.
You do. You have a lot of paint.
So I like to fill big blob in the middle and then slowly get to the edges, or vice versa. I'll do along the edges really close and slow, and then I'll come fill in the center. You're off to the left. I know it's tricky. And I'll get up close and in that tail with the smaller brush here in a minute. Okay, I'm gonna pull the paint on the face nice and thin because that's where we're gonna be adding our eyes. So I do want that to dry in a reasonable amount of time.
Okay.
And he's cute. I like the shape on this one.
That one?
Yeah, I like his long neck. I think that's cute.
Mm.
Do you want to go with the extra fine, or would you rather do the big brush
For this.
to help fill in the cats? We can double team them. Big brush or little brush?
Just big brush.
just leave the little stuff behind and I'll come in and do the little stuff. Here, just finish this
Oh,
one.
next.
That one and then this guy. Let's get in here. Just use the tip of the brush as much as possible, but I'll come in the extra fine tip and get into the small spaces. And then with these, we're going to do colorful eyes.
Yep.
And then they'll have their black pupils in the center of them. We did these last year.
Someone made that way too thick, but you can just make it have.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll do the tails, okay? Because you got to leave me something to do. I don't have a lot. We could always make the cat fatter on that one too if we need to, just to so it.
Makes more sense why it has a chunky tail.
Yeah. There we go. So I'm gonna move the finished ones up a little bit further out of the way because they're gonna have to dry for a little while. Oop, I bumped that time. I got the 8. All right, so I'm reading the comment over here on YouTube. So she said, I got the 8 and they're huge. I got black, white, thinking I would do backgrounds, but they're almost too big. I think they are mother canvas. Oh, for canvas art. So you got the 8. Did you get the large tip? Is that which ones you're referring to, Janet? Yeah, I don't have any. The multi-pack I bought when I very first started rock painting had some of the mediums. It was medium, fine, and extra fine. And I still have some of the mediums from that very first pack. I don't use them very much. They're just a little bit too big for most. These are pretty big rocks. Some of these are bigger rocks this year.
Yeah.
So I could use my medium tips on these.
Right there.
Okay. And then once I'm done with this tail, we'll do a couple grumpy monsters.
Yes.
Are there 2 that are dry? Is your purple dry? I know you want to do the purple.
My purple looks dry.
Okay. As long as all the faces are colored in on these,
This one, my face on this one's mostly colored in.
where the eyes are going to be, so that area is drying. I'm just going to get this a little thinner here, just so it can dry faster. I can fill in the rest of those in just a little bit. So we're going to set this just to the side for a moment, because we want to get at least one of all of the things done while we're live here.
Yes, at least.
So we've got a couple pumpkins. Oh, I should double dot that second pumpkin here in a minute too. We'll make sure we do that. I'm just going to put the paint back here for a moment. I'm going to take this paper towel. Just going to get it a little bit damp over my water here, and I'm just going to lay this over the top so it doesn't get dried out on us, because I don't
That's
have.
a good trick to use.
Yep, just a little bit, just damp paper towel. I'm just going to set it over just so it doesn't completely dry out and I don't have to get more paper. Okay, so you grab whatever monster. Which one do you want me to do? Do you care?
You could do the blue one.
The blue one?
It's kind of like mine.
Except mine's skinnier at the top.
Okay, we're not using our really good extra fine tip for this. We're going to use a couple of the older ones. Do you have one over there? No? I've got another one right here. Make sure it's flowing well. All right, make sure you get yours into screen here real well, someplace you're comfortable. And we're going to start by going around the outside edge of the monster. Are you in? You're in on this side. Let me make sure you're in over here. Yep, you're kind of close on the edge though, so just, are you comfortable? You can move it to the other side. Squeeze in here. You can scoot over here. Sorry guys, we're adjusting just a little bit. Our local store has Posca. You can buy in, oh, that's so cool. It's like a Posca vending machine that she has.
Ooh, that's cool.
Then you only have to buy one instead of the whole set. I love that.
That's great.
I wish we had that. Okay, so along the edge, we're gonna just
I'm
kind of
gonna do this so I don't-
make a very sketchy outline. Like, just let the lumps and bumps, the rocks, kind of bring you all the way around. The only thing you gotta be careful, try not to get your palm on what you painted, because you don't want to smear it. So that's probably the only thing you can do wrong here. And even if you do that, it's not even, he could be a dirty monster. He could have a smudge of soot on his face or something. Maybe he came out of a basement.
Yeah. Or underneath someone's bed.
Well, hopefully there's not soot under your bed. All right, so you're working your way. Take your time. I'm not trying to rush you. I'm just going to explain what I'm doing next, okay? So you can hop in. We're going to we're going to separate the jaw from the top of the face on this. So since they're grumpy monsters, I always like to have a slight downward jaw. So you're almost going to create an ovalish shape on the bottom part of your rock. So you got to decide what the top of your rock is first. We've talked about this a lot too. So if you're going to give somebody this rock, what's the best way they'd be able to like set it up on their mantle? For me, this actually goes better this way. Do you think it stands like that? Give it a little test. If you can stand it leaning against a rock like that, then it's okay. Yep. Okay, so that's his top, okay? I'm going to turn mine this way. I know you kind of wanted me to do it this way, but I don't think that really works very good. I think he's meant to be this way. All right, so I'm going to pick up my rock. So to make your jaw, you're going to pick a spot on one side, about halfway down, maybe a little lower if you want, depending on how big your mouth is going to be, and then a spot on the other side, about even, so you have a place you're aiming to go, okay? Now you're going to make the same kind of texture line, kind of come up just a little bit as you're doing it, and then come back down. Okay. And I'm just going to go over that slightly again, and I'm just tracing back over it because my pen. There we go. So that's our jaw. Okay. Now I only have one good white girl, so we're gonna have to take our time with that. So now you can decide how many eyes you want your grumpy monster to have. You can have as many or as few as you want.
I wanted to have 3.
You're going to do 3.
Or I could have one giant one.
You could have one giant one on that. I think that would actually look good. So I'm going to do, this is flowing really nicely. Make sure you use the side of the pen.
Okay.
I'm going to do one. He's going to have a third smaller kind of eye up here, and then one down here.
It's like a third eye on a human.
Yes. All right, and then while you have your white out, decide teeth. You can put them as many as you want. You can have them just off to the side. You can have like one snaggle tooth in the middle.
Or you could have them sticking down.
You could put a couple going down. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Got 1, 2 coming down this way.
Yep.
And we're going to reline the mouth when it's done, so just kind of get them on there.
Yep.
And we're going to have 1 popping up over here. Okay. And then I'm going to let you do your eyes and teeth. While you do your eyes and teeth, or eye. Did you end up with, oh, here's my, I'm going to outline these. Okay. Try to pull up here a little bit more. There you go. And we use the side of it to fill it in. You might need 2 coats since you're doing a really big eye like that. I don't know. I think I've got white acrylic paint over here. You could have probably done them with that.
I might need to do it like that, seeing that my eye's kind of big.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna have to do acrylic because I keep on scratching the paint I just applied.
Okay, we'll doodle that tip off. Get that purple off of there. You need to.
Should I do teeth?
Sure.
There's gonna be giant tooth.
Yep. Don't worry about it being thick. Just get a layer on there. You're using the tip too much. You're getting the purple on there. So try to lay it on its side a little bit more.
Okay.
And then that way you're laying it on top and the tip isn't scraping into the pink as much. Purple. Do they sell, okay, so Janet mentioned over here that she changes out the tips or the nibs. But the large 3M pen and the 1M smaller tip are interchangeable. I didn't realize that.
They are?
I know the 3M tips you can flip over once as well. The 3M tip looks the same on both sides, so you can take it out and flip it over if it's just getting worn down a little much.
Oh, how do you take it off?
And it just pulls straight out.
You probably get your hands all painted.
It does get your hands all painty.
That's
So
you're painting.
this is true. I thought you were going to use the acrylic. You're just going for it. It's okay. All right, you're working on that eyeball. I want to do a second coat on my eyeballs.
It's named Sebastian.
Just making sure there's no purple on here. So again, I'm using kind of the side angle of the pen so that I'm laying that paint. And the goal is to not make noise. If you're making noise, you're pushing too hard. You barely hear it, right?
Yeah.
If you can hear that scraping noise when you're doing your second coat, you're applying too much pressure. Especially if you're going after something like I just painted these, right? So they
Yeah.
haven't dried that long. The longer they've dried, the
Easier it is.
easier it is.
Not us that we go in silence so we can hear it.
Or not hear it is the point, right?
Yeah.
Or barely hear it. You can hear it a little bit. There's my angle on the screen.
Good.
Am I okay?
Yep, you're good on both.
Alright, so we're going to get the second coat on these. And we're going to line this stuff too, so we can crisp up the edges when we're doing our lining.
Oh, try
Okay.
to not bump you.
Alright, so there is that monster.
Yep.
Let's double dot our eyes on this guy so that we have another finished rock. How about that? And I gotta line the stem on this. So again, dot, dot, dot in the same spot. That's how you make it bigger. Dot, dot, dot. You can leave one highlight. If you don't like doing the double dots, if you feel like you mess them up all the time, you don't have space for them, you can leave them like this.
Or if you just don't want to.
Well, obviously that is a reason too.
Yeah.
All right, so we got 5 finished rocks.
Five.
And yeah, these are 5. Oh wait, actually he's not finished yet.
Oh, never
Mine 4.
Where's our black, nice pointy black?
no. Wait, is it?
No,
Do I need your bagel?
no, I'm okay, thanks, honey. So I'm just gonna add my lining here on the pumpkin real quick. All right, try not to move that chair. My legs touching it. I should have thickened the stem on this side a little bit too.
That's just a skinny one.
That's okay. All right, now he's done.
Yeah.
All right, now we have 5 finished rocks. How many rocks have you guys finished?
Have more paint and put the one in and wrap a strip of painter's tape on my barrel so I know which tip I changed.
That's so smart.
That is very smart.
Okay, so are you gonna do a second coat on your teeth and eyes? The eyeball might not be ready, but you could probably do your teeth. All right, so I'm gonna do, or actually here, why don't you wait? Let's just finish up our faces besides the teeth and eyes.
That's smart.
Let's leave one behind. Let's each do one more. Which color you want to do? I like the teal.
This one's a really pretty color. It's the exact same color as this.
I know that one is a very, very pretty color. Okay, so get our grumpy monster grin here. Oh,
I
you know,
think-
another thing we can do while that's drying is we can do our eyebrows. So go ahead and do your mouth there and I'll talk about. So eyebrows on the grumpy monsters, I usually like to have them kind of slanting downwards, very bushy, scraggly, if you go across the eye just a little bit. Grumpy. That's
How
kind
am
of,
I gonna do that on mine?
if you have a single one, I usually just do it straight across like this.
Or I could do a V.
Now he has 2 eyebrows for his one eye. I mean, you can. There's really no rules with monsters. They don't actually, these guys don't exist. All right, like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and line.
He has
That works.
He has a unibrow.
That is really cute. Did you put that in the screen where they could see it? I don't know if you were at a screen or not. Like right about here.
Yeah.
Gets both really good. There you go. He's cute. I love that. All right. I'm going to line around my eyeballs
He's
here.
no longer named Sebastian.
He doesn't look like Sebastian anymore. He looks like a Perry. His name's Perry now.
Perry?
Yes. Like Perry the Platypus. Should I circle my eye now?
I've got the extra fine tip, so you can't really do it
I
that.
should do my second coat of my eye and stuff. Should I do that?
Yes, I'd start with your teeth because those are just like when you're doing coats of acrylic paint. If you're going to do more than one coat, try to leave your top one nice and small. Small is not what I meant. Thin. Thin is what I meant.
I was confused. What do you mean small?
Yes, we will do a cat after I finish this guy. Yep, we'll detail out one of the cats. We'll at least
Can
do
we
the
do-
next step.
Can I do the chunky one?
You can do whichever one you want. Alright, so we got our teeth. My white is still looking a little bit wet, so I'm going to wait. I'm not going to do my pupils on him yet. Alright, which is the chunky one?
You can do this
Can I do this one up here?
one. Okay, I'm gonna do this one.
Okay. Do you care what eye color I choose? Okay. So for our kitty cat, he looks dry enough. I just want to make sure. We are going to do our pastel color eyes, just because I like having. If you're joining in late. Been using my pastels with a lot of the Halloween rocks this year, and it's going to give it a fun, cohesive look.
Yeah.
So for our cats, I like to do these big colored eyes like this. And we're going to fill them in, and I'm actually just going to kind of dot it to fill it in, so I don't pull any black up, just to be careful. Okay, and he's probably going to need 2 coats for that. So let's pick a color. Which one did you want to do? Which one?
Did
That one?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you wanted the chunky one. I'm
No,
going to
because
actually,
I don't want to fix that one.
I feel
because I
like
don't
he
feel
needs some fixing.
Yeah, that's why I
Some
don't want to do
zhuzhing.
with that one.
That's okay. I can fix the outline of him later. We're just gonna put his eyes on, okay? So you're gonna do teal eyes?
Actually, no, I'll just-
Okay, I'll do the teal eyes because I feel like the teal will cover in one coat better. All right, so again, we're gonna do 2 really big eyes. Now, again, you can always make things bigger. You can't make them smaller. So if you need to start by giving yourself a dot to space them out, okay? Give yourself 2 dots, and then you kind of make that dot a little bit bigger on either side, a little bit bigger on either side, okay? And then you can go just a little bit bigger if you want even, and a little bit, but it's easier to have them kind of, whoa, you got a little bit funny looking here. I got a little away from me. I was not looking head on. I was tilted forward too much for
He's
the
just
camera.
looking in that direction.
It's all right. I'm gonna even them out. There we go. All right, these giant eyes like that, okay? We gotta let these dry before we do the next step, but I wanted to do a color and you only need 1 coat. So your blue is perfect for this too. Okay,
So you chose to do yellow for the first one?
that's why I regretted my decision instantly.
One eye's slightly bigger than the other, but that's okay. He just has slightly different sized eyes.
That's fine, absolutely. All right, set that to the side to dry.
All cats are different.
All right, you want to, all right, I'm gonna finish filling in our cats.
You'll have to fix that one.
I can fix that, I think, with paint pen.
No, I
It'll
mean
easy.
that one because I made it accidentally fake.
Oh, yes, we can fix that. All right, so while I'm doing my cats, do you want to line a few pumpkins or do you want to finish doing some
Do
monsters?
some of the monsters.
All right, we'll
The
leave these
monsters are
2 over
easy.
here. You can add teeth on here. By the time you're done with teeth on here, you're probably ready to reline your mouth and outline your teeth.
Yeah.
I just saw a face in the heart. Say, hi, Miss Rachel.
Hi, Miss Rachel.
You can see their little faces. I just know her profile picture. Okay.
Just imagine it ends up not being her.
Oh, well, I guess I can say hi to somebody else then, I guess. All right, so I'm going to fill in the rest of this kitty cat here. And then we will probably be ready to do the pupils on those other 2 cats because the Posca will dry pretty quick.
Big teeth. Sorry.
And give them some
She
big
won't
teeth.
get them out of film.
That's it. You're doing green eyes because you're for your cat. green apple for my cats. Green apple eyes. Yeah. Last year we did really like
Vibrant.
a lot of pinks
Yeah, we did
and
do a lot of
yellows.
pinks.
We did a lot of pink stuff last year.
We did.
This one's gonna have 4 eyes.
I think that looks pretty good. Just take- All right, there we go. Kitty cat. Yeah, I think I might make him quite a bit chunkier to match this fat tail. Is that okay?
Yeah.
We're gonna go.
Don't make him super duper chunky because that's the whole reason why I chose that rock is because I wanted to have a skinnier one as well.
How's that? Do you think that's enough?
Yep.
I think so too. His tail could be a little puffy. Maybe he saw a dog. When cats get excited, their tails get kind of puffy.
Why would he be excited to see a dog?
Or like excited,
Or nervous?
nervous, on edge. Maybe excited. Cats get
Nervous?
puffy tails when they're kind of trying to look scary.
Like how they arch their back?
In a menacing way.
Yes. Their tail gets puffy when they do that. Is that okay?
Yes. That looks good.
Okay. He just has a fat tail. This guy, he's a little smudgy on the outlines.
Yeah.
I've got some paint left, so I'm gonna kind of smooth it out.
This is my next one.
He's cute.
Red one. Oh, that's fine. Got this pink one.
I'm gonna leave one. We're gonna finish up those later, so leave those behind. You can do your lining on this guy.
Where's the fine tip one?
I think it's right underneath my hands. That one, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Are we laying this one sideways?
No,
Oh no.
no. He looks good.
Yep.
Okay. Any of the other ones need any touching up? Or
I
we're
don't
done with
know.
the black paint. I think we're good. All right. Paint's going in. Paint brushes into the water there. I do give out my rocks to the trick-or-treaters. That's why we're doing all these lives. So we do the lives this time of year because I paint a lot of rocks. So last year was the first year that I counted. I did 101 rocks, very specifically 100. No, I'm sorry. I did 100 rocks, and somebody told me, oh, we need to do 101 rocks for Rock Painting 101, which I thought was brilliant. So this year we'll do 101. But I'll tell you, they're gone in within 2 hours, but we have a very heavily trick-or-treated neighborhood.
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of kids in the neighborhood.
Like a lot of kids.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I
So
can
we
do
could-
the outlines or should I do another coat?
I think you could probably do the lining on that.
I've
Oh,
never
you
seen
want to do another coat of the white? Yes. Okay. While you're doing that, I'm going to finish up our kitty cat over here, okay?
Okay.
You want me to do the teal one? Oh, I
Sure.
should have cleaned up his lining a little bit. I guess I could do that with a paint pen. I do need the pointy one. Is this the pointy one? All right, to finish up our cats, we're going to do the kind of tall, skinny pupils because they don't really have round pupils. Cats have kind of this like almost like sideways eyeball shape. So to do that the way I do it
In the eyeballs.
is I start with just a line going vertically. A little bump on that rock I'm going to be working with. And then you can decide how big the pupils are going to be. It depends, I mean, are they inside or the outside? But from this line, I kind of create a diamond shape. Like that. You
And then
paying
you
attention
curve
so
it?
you can do yours?
Yes.
Okay, diamond shape. And then once you have that, I just kind of curve it ever so slightly. They almost look like footballs.
Kind of do. Or
Yes, this-
eyeballs inside the eyeball.
Yeah, sideways eyeball shape, just like that. Okay, and you can't really see if you put a nose on here, but I like to pull a couple whiskers off to the side. It's almost like a black cat silhouette, but their eyes are so
It's
bright
like-
that it's sparkling through.
yeah,
Why
it's
does this
like-
look like not that thick of black?
I don't know.
I might have to add a little more black on top of that. Doesn't it look like you can see through? I think maybe the rock was just a little bumpier.
Yeah, slightly.
Right, you want to do your eyes on yours?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to
One
save it?
second, my legs falling asleep.
Okay, I'm going to come. Was this one mine?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to finish up this monster rock because then I think we've actually got one finished of every rock we're doing now. Yeah?
Yes.
Unless we're strictly doing another one. I don't know.
No, I think we're going to be.
Good. I do not know how long this has been.
We've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. Yes. All right, so we're going to do giant pupils here. In each one of our eyes. Okay.
This one has big pupils.
That's fine. They can be big. If they're big, that just means they're in the dark somewhere. Bigger the pupils means you're not in light. I'm gonna come along this one here, and just it's a little bit of crispening up on his lining.
I'm gonna touch up this. I'm gonna redo that.
Yep,
probably.
just let it dry. If you make a mistake, like say your pupil got away from you, right?
Yeah.
It's just got a little bit big.
Got really big.
Let the black dry all the way. It's funny, on camera it doesn't even look that bad. Let the black dry all the way before you try to cover it up with the blue.
Yeah. I'm
Okay?
just gonna go
It's-
over that eye after
yep,
it dries.
Absolutely. I feel like mine still don't look right.
I say they look good.
Well, I always say we're our own worst critics. All right.
They look like cat eyes.
Yeah.
Because they are cats.
Alrighty. Do we want to do anything else? Oh, you want to
I wanna
finish
finish
your
my
monster.
monster.
Yep, you get your monster finished there. So, because I do want to add on
Can I make him have tiny pupil?
a tiny pupil. Yes. That one's the nice pointy one. So, I like to preserve him. So yeah, make sure you're up in frame and give him.
Am I seeing
Mhm.
Yes, I will.
Yep, and wherever you put your pupils, where he's looking. So if you put it right in the middle, he's looking straight forward. You can put it to the side, and he's looking up. Oh my god, I love that. That's cute. Don't make it much bigger. That's adorable. That's really fun. And you can decide if you want to put a little
His
highlight.
name's Jerry, not Perry. It's named. He's Jerry.
Officially a Jerry.
Yeah, he's a Jerry.
I love that. I love your daughter's painting with us. She's so talented. Love her
Thank you.
pumpkins and monsters. I do let the kids pick out their rocks. So I set up a big table and we put the rocks and candy on the
Yep.
table and we tell them they can take a rock and a piece of candy.
Mm-hmm.
So I do give out candy as well just because, kids love their candy.
Yes.
And so do I. So, but yeah, they love coming and picking one, that speaks to them,
Yeah.
Or they can collect a different one each year. This will be our 4th year in this neighborhood.
Yeah, it will.
So some kids might have quite the collection by now. So they're probably looking for something new and different when they come to the table.
Yep.
So let's put all of our finished ones right here. That black is drying really quickly.
That's
You-
good.
If you want to try to just go along the edge, don't color the whole thing in. Just kind of go along the edge of the,
I'm fixing now that's dry.
yeah. And if it doesn't,
Can I have those pieces in the bowl?
yep, we're good. And then, I don't remember, did I highlight my monster eyes? I think I maybe will. I had a little white highlight. That's okay, because you can always make the black bigger again. Now don't go over the same spot too many times while it's wet. There you go. Ooh, that looks much better. Are you gonna make the black bigger on that one?
Just tiny.
Okay.
Actually,
Or
no.
you can leave,
Because this eye's smaller than the other one anyways.
you can leave them however you want, girl. It's your cat. He looks cute.
Yeah.
So let's put all of our finished ones here in the middle. We are gonna wrap up. If you guys have any questions, are we doing any zombies today? I wasn't planning to do any zombies today. You guys, maybe I should let them let me know in the comments what they think about my zombies.
So
Where did I put them? Oh, guys, is that such a mess? There's stuff everywhere.
is this it?
No, those are from yesterday.
Hmm.
I had an idea and I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if you guys like it
I
or
saw,
not.
like,
Somebody
little
brought up
ones.
zombies, so I'd ask. Oh, here they are. These are just sketches, so they're not great. But
Yeah. So my mom thought of an idea. It's a zombie.
like zombies. What do you guys think of those? Yay or nay?
Yeah.
I am gonna have to do another live. Obviously we've got some more rocks to go. I'll finish up these and post pictures of them all completed later today.
What do you think about the
Let me know what you think about the zombies. Your drawing of the cats have legs. When they're black, I don't really put the legs on, to be honest. Now, the only one I would maybe do it on, because this one, I'll show you how I do it. Because you're not going to see the legs, but you might see the little paws in the front. If your body shape curves up at the bottom a little bit, so how I would do that is I would just do like a little set of dots that are close to the base. So it'd just be like his little
Like 3
paw
little dots.
sticking out kind of like that. That's all. I don't add the legs on just because the silhouette of him, you wouldn't really see it that much. So maybe something like that. If you've got a space that you think your paws would show, you can add the paws on the bottom of those. All right, let's gather all. They said, oh my gosh, yes, most definitely. I love your punny rocks. Okay, so we're gonna do zombies. I will let you guys know both here on YouTube and on Facebook when. I don't know if next Monday will work. I don't really like planning lives for Mondays because Mondays can
It's
be
Monday.
hectic anyways, but
Yes.
maybe next Tuesday. So I will give a little bit of a heads up before that. We'll put all of our finished ones here in the middle.
Right next to each other.
Oh yeah, keep the couple together, right?
Yeah.
So for those of you guys that joined in live with us today, thanks a lot. I hope you painted a few rocks today, or you at least have ideas of what you're gonna go off and paint. I'll share a picture when the rest of these are done. And I'll let you guys know when we're gonna be going next week. You wanna say bye?
Bye.
Yeah, thanks for
Y'all
joining
slay.
in. We all slay today. All right.
Yeah.
Up here, yours is in the upper right-hand corner to hit end.
Ready?
Yep. And you have